So much for the excitement. 26 days ago, superstar Rajinikanth had announced, now or never. It led to a flurry of activity and speculation that his political entry will completely change the political arithmetic in Tamil Nadu. But come December 29, everything came to naught. First, take a look at his 3-page statement, which ended up dashing several hopes and upending several political calculations. Rajinikanth announced with extreme sadness that he can't enter politics because of his ill health, but will be serving people without being in electoral politics. Seeking his fans' forgiveness, he called his hospitalization a warning given by God. Now remember, just 2 days ago, he was discharged from hospital after facing severe blood pressure fluctuations amid a COVID scare at his Hyderabad film set. But what was most interesting were the reactions to Rajini's volte-face. While most said that health is above all, it was the Congress that set the cat among the pigeons, claiming that it's good for Rajinikanth to stay away from the hurly-burly of active politics because he would just be reduced to a pawn of the BJP. The DMK quietly wished him well, and the AIADMK and BJP both hoped that even if from the outside, Thalaiva would support their party.
நண்பர் ரஜினியின் அறிக்கையை பற்றி அனைவரும் கேட்பார்கள். கேட்பதற்கு முன்னால் நான் சொல்லுகிறேன். பிரச்சார பயணம் முடிந்த பிறகு சென்னை சென்றவுடன் அவரை மீண்டும் சந்திப்பேன். என்னை பொறுத்தவரை அவர்கள் ரசிகர்களின் மனோநிலை தான் எனக்கும். சற்றே ஏமாற்றம் இருந்தாலும் அவருடைய ஆரோக்கியம் எனக்கே மிக முக்கியமான ஒரு விஷயம்.
உடல்நிலையை கருத்தில் கொண்டு அரசியல் குறித்து ஒரு முடிவை அறிவித்திருக்கின்றார்.
I think it's a wise decision that he is not entering politics, because I don't think it would have been good for him also, because he was seen to be that he was being used by the BJP.
But the biggest buzz in Tamil Nadu today is about how this is a blow squarely to the BJP's long-term plans. Remember, Rajinikanth had been seen the closest anyone can get to the BJP's ideology in a state that has revolved around two Dravidian parties. Additionally, not only did the superstar have the scope to pull in votes across the divides of caste, class and religion, he was also being seen as a magnet for anti-incumbency votes, giving breathing space to the AIADMK-BJP alliance. So, has Thalaiva's turnaround dealt a blow to the BJP's southern surge plans?
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Sanju Verma of the BJP continues with us. We are joined by Mr. V.A. Pugarendi of the AIADMK, Dr. Suman C. Raman, political analyst, and Winston Raj, fan of Rajinikanth. Suman C. Raman, who loses the most?
But beyond that, I think both the major Dravidian parties will be hugely relieved. Certainly the BJP would be upset because they were, whatever, whether they accepted it or not, they were expecting some kind of an statement in their favor, whether it was in the form of an alliance or support or whatever. So the BJP certainly stands to lose out. And now they would be virtually at the mercy of the AIADMK in the state. Now, earlier the BJP was always sort of having the veiled sort of threat of Mr. Rajinikanth's entry. Now that is gone. The AIADMK very much becomes the big brother in that alliance. Till recently, last week, the local state BJP unit was talking about them deciding who the leader of their alliance would be and the chief ministerial candidate. Now their options are pretty much very limited, and the AIADMK is going to win that way. The DMK, obviously, for them, it's a huge plus because had Mr. Rajinikanth come out and supported the AIADMK-BJP alliance, it would have been a big setback for the DMK. Now,
and that is why Sanju Verma, I think barring you, everyone is looking so pleased. DMK is looking pleased, Kamal Hassan is looking pleased, Mr. Pugarendi of the AIADMK is beaming from year to year. He just looks like he's won the lottery. Look at him.
You know,
I mean, I haven't seen an alliance partner more pleased with an ally's ill fortune.
Padmaja, I just want to say one thing, that you are aware that for the last 53 years, Dravidian ideology and the Dravidian parties, Tamil polity has centered around these, especially the fact that DMK has never been seen in good light for the last 10 years consecutively. In 2016, for the first time since 1984, J. Jayalalitha swept the Tamil Nadu Assembly elections. Unfortunately, of course, that year there was that unfortunate demise of hers. Now, this is the first time in the Assembly election where you will not have two towering figures. J. Jayalalitha of AIADMK and of course Karunanidhi
Ma'am,
of
tell
DMK.
me this.
Now the point is who
Rajinikanth's
or who
reticence
more?
a blow to your plans or not?
My simple Padmaja, why is it that you do not have the patience to listen to your panelists' response? Now,
because Ms. Verma, the real question that anyone wants to know is that you pursued Mr. Rajinikanth, you convinced Mr. Rajinikanth. After 2018, finally he said now or never. Now he says never, never. I mean, what does that do to your calculations? Little blow it is.
Can you now please hold, Padmaja, you don't need to put words into my mouth. As an anchor, you've asked a question. Now the job to answer is mine. If you don't agree, you
but
can.
But it is my job to try and get the answer. You are dancing around the answer.
That the BJP's politics is about development. The BJP's politics is about development. Padmaja, if you recall, Amit Shah ji visited Chennai in the end of November, barely a month back.
Yeah.
And their AIADMK categorically said we will fight the next assembly elections with BJP.
Correct.
But more importantly, Amit Shah ji made one very relevant point. He said the people who thought BJP could never win Bihar or Tripura, they finally chose BJP because we have rejected three things in every election.
Sanju Verma, we know all of that. But since you mentioned the visit of Mr. Shah, there was a certain Mr. Gurumurthy who also went to meet Mr. Shah during that visit. And then when Rajinikanth announced now or never, Mr. Gurumurthy said there is a natural alliance. There is a natural alliance. Now what happens to that alliance?
Governance plank.
Okay, only governance. Mr. Pugarendi.
I don't understand one thing, Padmaja. Why did you not mention about this Sagarmala project of 2.5 lakh crores?
Okay, let your alliance partner also speak now. So just day before yesterday, when Mr. Javadekar was asked who's going to be the CM face, he said good question, good answer. Mr. Pugarendi, is that the reason why today you are so pleased?
Good evening. Now the superstar, Rajinikanth, the political game is over. This after so many years, repeating, coming, entering the politics, game is over, cinema is over now. I appreciate his decision, but already expected this and always quoted all the channels, included Times Now, the right information. This is the thing now. He will never enter the politics. To Rajinikanth, several people and a few parties tried to disrupt Lord in reality in Tamil Nadu political, using his name and
but sir, who gains from this?
It is failed now. It has failed now.
Who gains from this?
Now the people, so many people are there, individual and few parties are there.
The BJP will continue with its development plank. We don't stand to lose.
Okay, you don't stand to lose anything.
Padmaja.
Sumansi Raman.
Padmaja.
I think it's the anti-DMK voter base which will consolidate. The anti-DMK voter base will consolidate. Don't forget, Padmaja, that NK Adagiri has said he's going to float a new party called Kalagnar DMK. Don't forget that the DMK's alliance, the Liberation
That's all very well, ma'am, but are you denying the fact? Are you denying the fact? Are you denying the fact that everyone was talking about Mr. Rajinikanth's alignment or appreciation for the BJP, for the Prime Minister himself, what he said about 370?
DMK consolidation will accelerate.
Okay. Sumansi Raman, quickly respond to that. You're making a big hullabaloo about this. Not an iota of a difference. Then I want to get in Mr. Winston Rajan.
Yeah.
So yes.
Padmaja, See, I think the only party which has not officially commented on the decision of Mr. Rajinikanth until this late this evening was the state unit of the BJP. Almost all the others had, expressed their concern about his health and well-being and so on, and wished him well, and said that they understood the decision. So I think that itself is a very telling comment. And while it was no open secret that the state BJP was keen to get him into politics, into some form of support, I agree with one point that Sanju Verma makes, and that is that the anti-DMK vote, should Mr. Rajinikanth have stood on his own or without being part of the AIADMK-BJP alliance, he would have sunk the AIADMK and the BJP combined. Now that vote will not be split. So to that extent, it does sort of help the AIADMK, which is why that you can see the big smile on Mr. Pugare's face.
I mean, now there is no doubt. EPS is the face of this alliance. There is no trump card that the BJP can pull out of its sleeve. So, Winston Raj...
So that way they have been weakened. Their bargaining power has completely gone.
Your bargaining power has gone, Sanju Verma. But before you respond to that, let me get in Winston Raj.
Please,
as a fan,
everybody said that the... Yes.
As a fan...
Sumansi Raman, you said our bargaining power has gone before the JNK polls. You said our bargaining power has gone before the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation polls. And you said the bargaining power has gone before the Arunachal Pradesh local polls. But the fact is, beat Goa, beat Arunachal Pradesh, beat GHMC, beat Assam, BJP has become an election-winning juggernaut. BJP under Narendra Modi is an election-winning juggernaut. Whether you like it or not, the fact of the matter is, you do not have politicians like Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, JP Nadda and BL Santosh. Our development agenda is what we fight elections on. Not caste-based politics like the DMK does. The DMK recently said BJP is against reservation.
And yet Sanju Verma, we just had your General Secretary in charge, C.T. Ravi, tell the Hindu that we hope Mr. Rajinikanth is going to support us. He has said this on record just a while ago. But let me bring in Winston Raj as well. Is this a letdown, or do you think that it's best for a man who's larger than life to not get mired in worldly things like electoral politics? Winston Raj.
No, it is a big disappointment. I won't call it as a letdown, but it is a big disappointment because more than anything, Talaivar's health is very important, no doubt at all. And at the age of 71, so whomever, you see, as a fatherly figure, if my father is struggling, I will say, okay, don't get into this kind of dirty politics, so be safe. That is what might be his point also. But he has tried his best because at 2017, December 31st, when he announced this political announcement, so he really from his heart, he tried his best and he did all the homeworks to get into the thing and to fill the big vacuum which Tamil Nadu is having. But sadly, this time does not allow, maybe due to this, because COVID played a spoiled game throughout the globe. Even we think that one of the big impact which COVID created in the state of Tamil Nadu is Talaivar's political entry. Because,
so, Winston, tell me this. You know, as a fan and a potential voter, did you get the feeling that if Rajinikanth was to be in politics, voting for him would be perhaps, you know, a covert vote for the BJP, that there was an alignment there?
Never. See, actually, right from Talaivar. See, Talaivar is, first of all, Talaivar is a person who is having a national thought. So that is, as you said, as Modi is a good friend of Talaivar Rajinikanth, P. Chidambaram is also a good friend of Talaivar Rajinikanth. So these people, this media or the other so-called media persons, they are trying to create the saffron image towards Talaivar. But Talaivar has clearly mentioned that nowhere that saffron image is with Talaivar Rajinikanth. And Talaivar has supported, not to see, whenever, as you are saying, that Talaivar has supported 370. In similar cases, whenever the Hindi imposition is made towards Tamil Nadu, Talaivar has opposed
there. Sumansi Raman, there goes your analysis. He's saying he's as good a friend of Chidambaram as he is of Mr. Modi.
So always relating Talaivar with
BJP and creating that kind of thought was a mere flop, and it does not going to Tamil Nadu politics.
One thing I want to
because currently Tamil Nadu politics is dominated by the Dravidian ideology.
What these people were trying to say for all this long time was Rajini is going to come to politics to support BJP. Rajini is the backpacker.
One by one. Sumansi Raman, yes.
No, Padmaja, I think it is futile to discuss what his ideological position would have been and so on. Look, this is the man who called Mr. Modi and Mr. Amit Shah as Krishna and Arjun.
Yes.
So, I think that that one sentence possibly says it all as to where his political sympathies or affiliations would lie. But anyway, I mean, I don't see any point in getting back into that. I think we have to look. Tamil Nadu is moving on. There are large established players in that
agenda. 2.5 lakh crore for the Sagarmala project in Tamil Nadu. Please care to mention about the 2.5 lakh crore Sagarmala project. 43 lakh farmers have benefited from PM Kisan. 55 lakh women have benefited from PM Ujjwala. Please also care to mention that we are setting up an AIIMS in Tamil Nadu. We were the only party to...
Okay, this is not an election campaign. But seriously, I want to get Mr. Pugalenthi back in because today really, they are breathing a sigh of relief. Sir, can you deny the fact that many people were wondering whether the AIADMK is going to be the JDU of Tamil Nadu? That the Bihar model is going to be replicated and eventually the AIADMK is sort of going to dissolve into the BJP with Rajnikant as the face. Today you are like, thank God.
No, yeah, impossible, madam. Information. In South, successful Thomas citizen who made it in politics from cinema, very clear, MGR and Amma, Jayalalitha, N.T. Ramarao. The failures are very like Shivaji and Chiranjeevi that we don't know that exactly the Rajinikanth sense. Nobody knows.
Okay.
Because they are not contested the election. So, that all image, that all dream, everything is today the Rajinikanth statement, the end of the cinema is over already, I mentioned. So here we is bothered. The Dravida ideology stands here.
Okay.
The National Party and the other parties cannot discuss the kind of information BJP have only 2.5%. My friend Mr. Raman knows everything. That is only 2.53% vote there. Nothing. No question of sharing. That is not necessary. They are very strong in Tamil Nadu.
Yes. Well, I guess the body language says it all. We are the senior partner. We are the big brother, and we will remain the big brother going into this election as well. So be it. Some political calculations just end up being that slip between the cup and the lip. Now or never. Thanks very much, all gentlemen, Sanju Verma, for having joined me. It's going to be interesting in this election season. See you tomorrow.